Everything you are about to witness is for entertainment purposes only.
I have had a lot of strange people on my tours over the years. I do a vampire tour. There was a couple. They asked it to be a private tour. They both gave off a weird vibe. And they were asking really detailed questions about vampires and what I knew about like Saint Germain, what my thoughts were about different people who had been accused of vampirism throughout the years. Not things that normal people that are interested in vampires usually would ask. At the end of the tour, they asked me to walk them to their car.
Walk them
to their car. And I said, I'm sorry, I have another tour. They're like, okay. They got in the car and they sat there. When I left for the evening, I drove back by. The car was still sitting there. They weren't there. The next day, the car was still there. The car didn't belong to them. When I reached out to ask them if everything was okay, my emails all bounced and the phone number didn't work.
Do you conclude that they might have been vampires?
I mean, it wouldn't be the first time I've encountered one.
Oh my god.
What?
Stop! Relax!
There's a fucking kid upstairs, I'm not joking.
What do you mean?
I was down there with them, you can see that camera, there's like, I heard it twice.
Wait, what?
I kept laughing.
Okay, relax.
I literally looked back, and I ignored it, then it happened again, and I got up and started freaking out. You can see that camera.
Okay, relax.
No,
I just left them here at the store.
No, there's a kid upstairs laughing. That's why I asked him why it's there.
Dude. Upstairs?
Yes, it sounded just like a kid, like a high-pitched voice. Twice. You literally see me look at the thing twice. And I thought it was TV, but it wasn't.
Why it's not here?
Look at this. What the fuck?
It's a little bit freaky.
I thought it was a person for a second.
Okay.
Don't go in that house because you're gonna die.
Let's see.
This next video was taken inside a mansion that is well known for being extremely haunted. On July 30th of 2022, Sabrina and her husband Carl decide to take a tour of the Aston Hall mansion located in Birmingham, England. The place itself isn't just known for being haunted, but also for its immaculate architecture that many are taken aback when seeing it in person. But it seems that the real reason people come here isn't just to admire the beauty of this place, but to experience the hauntings that tourists have encountered. There's a room in this mansion that once belonged to a young woman named Mary Holt. The story goes that Mary's father had heard that she planned to run away and marry one of the servants who worked there. Upset that his daughter would do such a thing, he goes to her room and locks her inside. Years would pass, and Mary would still be locked up inside this room. It was after 16 years of being grounded that Mary passed away. It is said that she died of starvation, but also partly of a broken heart. This is something Sabrina regrets, as she says that if it wasn't for her spouse calling out Mary, this chilling encounter wouldn't have happened.
Mary? I mean you no harm. We know you're in there. We've seen you. Where are you, Mary? Mary?
Did you see it?
Mary? Mary? Are you still in there, Mary? You can come out now. Hello?
Inside Mary's old room, a shadow-like figure darts across the chamber in a swift motion. The two stand in silence while breathing heavily in anticipation. It doesn't show itself again until moments later after being called out by Sabrina's husband, as though acknowledging the husband's summoning. Now, something worth mentioning is that the couple doesn't enter the room to see what's inside. The reason for not doing so, according to them, is that the museum prohibits anyone from entering the room. As with any historical piece on display, this one is off limits to the public.
Hello?
There's a phenomenon where people blow out the ice smoke into the air in front of a light and they start snapping pictures. I'm talking some of the most bone-chilling, evil, revelatory images that I've ever seen. Dragons coming out at you, demonic faces, And it's a phenomenon. It's the demons in the smoke. And people all over the world have seen it. It's like there's something there. And these aren't AI. These are people who've kept these photos in their phones for years. You can tell that they're real. What is that? Is that our brain wanting to see something? Or then when we show the picture, everybody sees the same thing? It's because it's real. Oh, what is that?
Babe? 뭐래? 뭐래? 네. 임마, 널 왜 떨어졌어? 말씀 떨어? 말씀 떨어!
As the man approaches the entrance to the bus, a girl can be seen watching him from the window. He quickly looks inside, but there's no one there. Now, because there's no source, it's impossible to say whether this footage is real or fake.
Dude, something just came out of the ground. What the fuck is that? Dude, what is that, guys? You guys see that? You see that?
They opened it again by itself. Fuck.
Believe what you see, don't believe what you see. Believe.
I'm playing only up in my office. Something keeps passing by this window. I just propped up the phone here and I'm gonna play. If you're walking by my office, I want you to knock it off. Holy. Is that you making all that noise back there? This thing's always closing doors. You need to get out. Dude. Will you knock it off, please? You gotta get out. You're gonna lock yourself in the laundry room again? You're not leaving? You're not.
Amy? Amy? Amy?
On November 14 of 2025, a small family rents out an Airbnb for a few days, unaware that they would encounter something very unsettling while staying there. They had booked the place in advance for an upcoming wedding that was out of town, so staying here made sense. But one night, after coming back from walking their dog, this happens.
We were just out walking my dog, and when we came in, we heard Jesus Christ.
Somehow, the leash on her dog's collar suddenly jolts up in a quick motion before wrapping itself around her dog. It just flings up as if someone had chucked it upwards, but clearly, no one is seen on the stairs to have done that, which is very odd considering that just moments ago this was heard. Now Sydney, who recorded this video, was just as baffled as the Airbnb host who received this video from her. There's something in this video that's worth pointing out, and it's a detail that appears in other videos that Sydney recorded of her dog. Watch closely.
So I wanted to show you guys some footage of my dog with these stairs. So here's another clip that I got of her doing it, walk over and see her, and she was so locked into this. So I think I figured out why my dog just is always hanging out right here. So I just found a door back here. So I don't think that it's what's on the stairs. I tried to check, but the door is locked. Obviously it's an Airbnb, so they lock a lot of the doors up. Yeah, I don't think that it's what's on the stairs like what I initially thought. I think it's what's below. So this is the switch. You guys can see their light is on right there. I wonder if
Almost immediately after Sydney pulls out her phone, the doorknob suddenly turns. Although no one was seen on the other side, the door handle moves as if held from the other end.
sent the video to the landlord of the Airbnb, and hold on, let me try asking, like, hey, is there someone else renting it out as well as us or what? Because basically he was like, no, you guys are the only ones that are in the Airbnb right now, like booked out for the week.
After finding out that no one else is inside, Sydney concludes that what happened that night wasn't a case of someone co-renting the house, but rather another paranormal occurrence. To her, this is much preferable over having a stranger inside the house. But despite being at ease now, knowing that it's not a person, the doorknob incident still baffles her. This is so, especially given that it still moves now and then. As it turns out, this room was actually a basement. Out of nowhere, the phone gets yanked inside before tumbling down the steps and landing on its face. But it's before it tumbles that something weird happens. If you didn't notice, the phone moves on its own again before falling down. But of course, the strangest part is when the phone somehow lifts itself. Neither Sydney nor the Airbnb host could explain this. It just rises up before falling back with no footsteps around to suggest that someone was there. It's no wonder why many see this as being paranormal. To Sydney and her sister, that's exactly the case.
When they saw it, they moved out.
I know.
Sarah was hired several times to clean this house after multiple tenants suddenly broke their contracts and moved out shortly after moving in. And when she spoke to the last renters and asked why they moved out, they told her that the house was haunted. So Sarah decided to record the place and captured this.
Esta casa se ha limpiado muchísimas veces porque rompe el contrato a la gente. Ay, no mames. Ya es noche, estoy sola. No hay nada. Me dio cosas a la puerta. ¿Te imaginas? Para que la gente rompa el contrato acá, no aguantan a vivir aquí. ¿Dónde está la luz acá? Esta es una recámara. Se está poniendo ahorita tenso. ¡Ey! ¿Andan acá? No mames. Espérenme. Escucha el ruido para acá. No sé qué sea. Escucha mucho ruido. Creo que me voy a tener que ir a la luz de ella porque se está poniendo ya. Ay, no.
Sarah notices a few things out of the ordinary, but just as she's about to leave, a door swings open on its own, and she immediately runs out of there. However, there's something strange she didn't see until she reviewed the footage.
Hey!
As she went to investigate the noise, a dark figure can just barely be seen hiding in one of the rooms. Is this what's been causing people to suddenly move out? And is it a ghost, or just a really elusive squatter?
A clinic in Ecuador caught something spooky on camera. Take a look.
Uy, Dios mío. La acomodó, la acomodó.
Cat knew something was coming, and it wasn't waiting for permission to enter.
What the fuck? That's some creepy ass shit. Hold on, I want to see this shit. There's none of it. I am.
Did this person capture a ghost on camera inside the Queen Mary in Long Beach? Last week I posted this pic that someone caught of a little girl named Jackie, who is said to haunt the pool room. Now this pic, taken in the very same room, seemingly captures a woman in a white dress. Comment your thoughts on this.
That is, until he starts to edit it back at the office and sees this. Watch closely. As the face of a young child appears inside the wrecked car, Loudney is stunned.
Everybody saw the face of a child in those images. It came from nowhere. But I believe something is there. I know what I saw. My image showed the face of a child.
Okay, it's empty.
What is that? Who are you? I'm not gonna hurt you. leave my lights alone.
Now this next video comes from Elijah Carter, who's a construction worker for a house that's being remodeled. In this house lies a hidden crawl space. Apparently, it was hidden behind a stack of drywall that no one had bothered moving until now. Seeing that no one else is around, as it wasn't a work day, he explores the crawl space all by himself. But little does he know that this was a bad idea.
I came across something that was really cool, and I feel like it sets this house apart. The reason why I'm just now founding this crawl space is because of this drywall. The owner, she had this drywall covering the crawl space. That's not the cool thing about it. And I want y'all to check this out. So while I was here, I found this table, and I also found this extra space right here. You have a vent right there. I think I just heard some footsteps. This can't be a squatter.
What was meant to be a short video for his Facebook group turns into something completely nightmarish. For one, the sound of footsteps was heard on the floorboards, despite no one being there. And eeriest of all, the sound of someone talking and giggling was heard from somewhere inside. But to make things even more frightening, the door to the crawl space begins to open on its own. It's no wonder why Elijah bolted out of there at full speed.
I'm at work. I'm the only person here. And I fucking hear. The scary movie says you don't go see what's going on.
As she finds the xylophone, a disembodied voice is heard. Then this happens.
Oh fuck, that door keeps open.
A shadow can be seen crouching down in the reflection of the whiteboard. Then the sound of a kid humming can be heard throughout the office building. But this is a secure facility that requires keycard access. After this, Monica took a mental leave from work.
What the fuck? It's not the cupboard. Oh, fuck off. There's no one in it.
It was late one night in the Philippines around 12 a.m. when Jian's entire family was deeply terrified. You can see the fear on his wife's face as she holds her child close to her. The family were just spending the night together when they hear a loud aggressive sound outside their house. At first, Jian thought it was someone up to no good outside their house. But when he went to check, he captured this.
Ungo na may dire. Pantag tao lang ni patay ng buang lagi. Ano, Jay? Kaya gawas ako, wait tao. Awa, gawas na to. Awa, bintana na mo. Buang man yung lugar eh. Sabi niya, giungok na ta diri. Giungok naman ta ni style. Wala gid lagi. Tawa. Oh, gawas na to ah. Gawas na ko. Wag gid. Atay man yung Lira ba di kanino? Ni lukaray. Ikim jis. Aliyo guguan yung drebe. Kabe naman nani.
The curtains and the window rattling can be seen from the inside of the house. And when he goes outside, he sees it's not just his bedroom window that's moving on its own. Even his living room window was. Even stranger is that this seems to happen to all his windows around his house simultaneously. The events occurred for a few nights, and he was even contacted by the KMJS because of this, a popular Philippine television news show. So is this a real ghost caught on camera, or something else entirely?
Why won't you let me in? It's me. Your mommy, son.